Then we came up on the FTW title match between Chris Jericho and Shipoopy.
Can I just say something here at the start?
Please do.
I regularly shit on Chris Jericho's work because it's shit, and not a lot of people were willing to call him out. More people do it now, but his work has been such garbage for a while now, and he has such bad ideas, and he's really been a problem on this show. This match, although not in any way good, and truly just awful, and he looked awful in there too, and now he's wearing trunks again. This was astoundingly bad to the point where I took it off mute. I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. Again, it was all the things that suck, the trading things back and forth, and bad acting, and bad comedy, and spots for no reason, and not being able to find shit. But it was so astoundingly bad.
It all happened in the same match, along with a brutally slow snail's pace.
Incredible.
And by the way, somebody on Twitter with Jericho in the short trunks said, is his new gimmick Bulldog Bob Brown?
I did not see that. Oh, no.
Very, very Winnipeg-centric there for those of you who know, you know. And they have the FTW title match. They said that poor old Shipoopy, and in 20-something years as a wrestler, it's the first time he's been in a no disqualification match. Well, he certainly took to it well. 1 minute into this thing, Jericho tries the lion salt and came down across one of Shipoopy's legs and landed with his knee in the poor guy's either his guts or his balls, one or the other. And I don't know how he thought, because when he took off and running to do it in Jericho, the guy was laying sideways anyway. I don't know how he thought he was going to land that right. And then Jericho rolls outside, and like you said, he looked under 30 feet of ring skirt to find a garbage can lid. It's like, there's stuff all over there, but he's looking for the one perfect thing. And then by that time, it's been 30 seconds or more, and he goes in, and there's Shipoopy on his hands, just on his knees, right, looking dead at Jericho. And Jericho raised the can up and just fucking hits him with it over the head. And the guy made no effort whatsoever to stop him. He just looked at him. And then Jericho dumps out a bag of hockey pucks in the ring, but then, of course, takes a couple of bumps on him. And then at a glacial pace, barely moving, they began the trading, but not the selling of the chops. And as we mentioned before, it's not the trading of the chops, it's the selling of the chops. Jericho's all looked like shit. Shipoopy's looked like shit and hurt too, because they were stiff. And they had done 18 chops back and forth, slowly, when they went to the break. But when they went to the break, Brian, it was picture in picture. And I decided I would keep counting. And I kept counting. And they came back from the break 3 minutes later, and they had still done nothing but stand there and chop each other one in turn of another. And the count was at 56 chops. And then they did 5 more chops. And then Shipoopy hit 6 fake forearms in the corner and another chop. So this was like 5 minutes of time where that's all that happened. And it was stupid. And then they immediately go from that to Jericho grabs a garbage can and puts it over Shipoopy's head and does the piñata spot with the kendo stick that in every street fight. At some point, a garbage can would go over the heel's fucking head, and the babyface would take like a broomstick. It wasn't kendo sticks, goddamn wrestling till the 90s. And do the piñata thing, and the heel would sell at his ears. It was too loud, and whatever the fuck, right? But no. This is the heel putting on the baby face. And then he hits him 6 times with the kendo stick. And Shibata starts standing up. He doesn't sell any of that. He stands up and starts walking toward Jericho with the can over his head. Jericho hits him 6 more times, and Shibata has backed Jericho into the corner. And Jericho starts begging off from the blind man in the can who can't see him.
Why didn't he hit him in the legs?
And then he started headbutting. This is the guy that had his brain removed. And he's got the can over him, and he's headbutting Jericho with the garbage can.
That's a great gimmick. They remove his brain and replace it with a garbage can.
I think somebody ought to put a bunch of these wrestlers' body parts in garbage cans. And then they each got a kendo stick and sat cross-legged in front of each other and hit each other back and forth, pissy little shots with the kendo sticks. I'm just sitting there like kids fighting with fucking drinking straws. It was embarrassing. It was like this would be drunks that would be in a dive bar somewhere, hired to be the entertainment by being a parody of wrestling. And then Shibata brought the table in and set it up. But Big Bill suddenly hits the ring and attacks Shibata and chokeslams him through the table and leaves the ring right in front of the referee because, of course, no disqualification, lazy booking. And then Jericho covers him 1, 2, 3, and they gave that 15 minutes. Is this sad, or is it what they deserve?
Who is they?
They, AEW. Is it sad that their television looks like this, that some of the talent has been reduced to this, that the fans had to watch this? Or is it what they all deserve?
They're doubling down, tripling down on everything that isn't working, that we've said for a while. They're not really looking at what's clicking. They're just kind of looking in the moment at what's happening. Orange Cassidy's dead on this show. Adam Copeland right now, you kind of don't want to see. Swerve, they've killed. The Bucks are dead. Jericho is ice cold. But he gave us the gift of this match. Again, it was worth seeing because it was so awful. And the pacing was awful. The ideas behind it were awful. I don't know if we'll ever see anything this awful on TV again for a while.
I got faith in him. No, I got faith in him.
Dave Meltzer has given it 7 stars.
He did not. I guarantee you, because the Japanese guy is in it, he'll give it 4.5. Now, hide and watch. Next week, let's come back and talk about that and see who's right. But it's embarrassing. And, again, people don't give a shit about what Jericho's doing, and they if somebody takes an exceptionally hard fall or dangerous looking thing, and then they go right back to,